another great road trip for you guys in the postseason, and you come home just like last round up 2-0.
Yeah, that's best case scenario. Obviously, us being able to win 2 games up in their building was what we were hoping to do. It certainly didn't expect it, but for us to go up there and get another 2 road wins to start this series is huge.
And like I said, same scenario as last round. You get home, you get 3 chances to win 2 games and close this out and go to the Kelly Cup Finals.
Yeah, and that's why our guard is definitely up, and we've gone through, and you know how this playoff run has gone in the first 2 series, so we have to be extremely prepared and ready because, again, we've said it before, it's like a broken record. Us coming back into this building, it just doesn't, it's just not going to happen. You're just not going to win games because you're playing at home, and especially against teams that now into the 3rd round of the playoffs, playing against the best team that this league had this year in the Toledo Walleye. They're not going to lay down, and they're not going to give us wins just because we're playing at home and they're on the road.
Obviously, the hope is you've learned something from the last 2 rounds, and that these guys know that just coming home isn't gonna close this out.
Yeah, so that we can lean on that from past experience in our previous series and what happened there, and making sure that we're playing up to our standard. We can live with the result as long as we're playing the way that we expect to play. We'll live with the result, and whether we get some bounces or whatever happens, we can live with. But as long as on home ice we're playing the same way that we were up there, we'll be fine.
Seemed like last night especially you were just taking advantage of some mistakes on their part and really capitalizing.
Yeah, we started off, we made a couple of little mistakes that ended up in the back of our net, which tend to happen this time of year, and then we were able to grab some momentum there in the second period with a goal that gave us sort of some life, and then we played real solid after that. Once we got that, we got some opportunities and finished them and sort of took over the game from there in the second period.
Did you get a sense on the ride home that these guys kind of know that it has to be different from last round to try to close things out here and not just expect that you can do it just by coming home?
Honestly, no, I didn't get that sense just because it was just exhaustion. Guys are pretty tired once we get on that bus after playing back-to-back nights, so it's more of just kind of guys that are pretty worn out. But as we start to prepare tomorrow, Tuesday, we will definitely be addressing and making sure that we're prepared and ready with that mindset of not expecting good things to happen and us just to play well just because we show up and we get to sleep in our own beds.
Getting 3 days off has to be nice, but at the same time, is it not frustrating, but it's disappointing you don't get to carry that momentum that you've had the last couple of nights?
I think the rest is important this time of year. I think the rest for our guys to be able to relax for a couple days, get away from the rink a little bit, and then recharge and be ready for Wednesday. I think that's more important, and for their team too. I think momentum, yeah, you carry it from game to game, and I'm not going to deny that there's momentum in the playoffs, but at the same time, for our group and for any group in the playoffs, you need some rest and you need some time to let your body get prepared for another battle, which we're going to see on Wednesday night.